friends, welcome to another episode of Crafternoon Live with Miss Jen in my kitchen. I hope you guys are all doing well this week, and I know that we are getting ready to celebrate some holidays, and they are a little different this year, but it's still important we'll be together, even if it's through a Zoom, with our families, and having a really good time. So before we get started, I wanted to let you know or ask you a few things. I know we made paint together on our first episode, and I kept mine in the refrigerator. One thing that I noticed the other day was that it was separating a little bit, and so what I did was I just stirred it around. If you guys have kept your paint, message me later in the comments and let me know, because then maybe I'll plan another activity, another Crafternoon based on using our paint, so we don't have to make something new, but we can create something new. So I'd love to do that with you. So there's 5 people so far. I'm going to wait another minute or two. My plan today was to surprise you guys and go outside and do Crafternoon Live in my driveway. But it looks like it's going to rain, and I live in a condo and we have 3 flights up, and I just thought maybe not. So before we get started, I do want to show you, I already made one sample just to make sure that it works, that it looks good. The only thing is, the recipe does say specifically, please use the day that you make it and do not store it with a lid because it could explode. So that's not good. We don't want any exploding paint anywhere in our house. So if you're not going to use it today, I think if you leave it uncovered, like mine right now is in a bowl. I made purple today, and I have to give a special shout out to my sister Amy because she let me borrow, we did curbside delivery of her beautiful food coloring that she has. She has fancy Wilton food coloring because she's an amazing baker. So I was like, can I please borrow your fun colors, because I'm tired of my boring ones. So I got to make purple, which is my favorite color. So I made it. It's sitting in a bowl. I might go outside later if it doesn't rain and see how it works. I did actually put it on a paper towel just to try it out. I took a fork and I kind of just swirled it around, and it is puffy. You can see it close up, and if I touch it, it is puffy. It is very cool. So it's something that does work. I just wouldn't hold on to it for a long time. All right, so let's get started. Today's is very easy. I'm going to make a base for our paint, and then before I add my food coloring, I'm actually going to divide it into 3 other bowls so that I can use 3 other colors and not use a lot of flour. If you know that you're going to use it and you want to have a big container full, I do only have one of these bottles, I couldn't think of the word, the squeeze bottles, and these are the best ones that are recommended to go ahead and put your paint in after, so that you can just use this to squeeze it out on your driveway. And I went to place an order with Amazon, but because they're not fulfilling things that are not important as quickly, it wouldn't have gotten here in time. So I have one, but if you have more at home, you can do that. You can look around your house, you could be creative. You could probably take a paintbrush too and just flick it and see what happens on your driveway. The recipe also says you can use, instead of food coloring, you could use washable paint that washes away quicker. But it's outside, it's going to rain, it's your driveway, it's your sidewalk, it's not going to stain forever. It stays a little bit longer with the food coloring. That's what it says. So with that being said, we are going to get started. So I have my flour, so I'm going to turn the camera so you guys can see over here. So I have my flour. I'm going to measure out 1 cup of flour. Make sure that it's, we got 1 cup of flour, and I'm going to put it in my bowl. And now I have 1 cup of water already measured out, so I'm going to pour that in my bowl. And now I'm just going to mix it. You can use a whisk if you have it. I couldn't find mine, so I'm just using a fork. And this is what I used with the other batch, and the lumps came out and it was absolutely fine. So again, with all of our other crafts, it's just like baking. You want to make sure that you scrape everything from the bowl and it's not getting so that everything is combining and it's not getting lumpy. So I have a few more lumps, so I have to keep going. And again, make sure that you're posting your creations in our comments. I would love to see them, or you can email me. But we at the library miss you guys, and we would love to see your work. You're so creative, and it's, times are different. We're not together, but we're still together in a different way every Wednesday, which I think is cool. All right, guys, so it is good. There's no more lumps. I'm going to add my dish soap. I have my cute little Christmas owl tablespoon. My mom bought me these a really long time ago, and I refuse to get rid of them, even though somebody in my house tells me that we don't need it, but I think that they are very, very cute. And now I have my soap. Oh no! Oh, so we had a little bit of a problem.
Oh, jeez.
My phone totally just fell into the sink. Oops. But you're still here.
Still okay?
It's still working.
Oh, good. Technical difficulties.
So yeah, like everybody has technical difficulties sometimes. And in fact, I was watching the news the other night, and Lonnie Quinn, he's my favorite. He does the news, the weather on Channel 2. And the computer froze. So now I guess I'm just going to hold this. So, in the time of quarantine, you just make it work. My husband's fixing it. My soap is falling everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the bowl. Maybe you can see it. Yeah, I think you can. Just a little funniness on this crazy day. Okay, that's enough soap. All right, guys, now we are just going to stir in the soap, and don't worry, it will not stay green. I was worried because I did not want to make green today, but the soap smells so fresh and clean, and I am mixing it. So now, before I go ahead and add in my food coloring, I want to ladle it. I don't even know how this is coming out. Can you just hold it for me? I want to ladle it into the different bowls so that... Sorry, we're trying to put the phone back together and it's not working. Such hilarity on a Wednesday afternoon in the house. Okay, so I'm going to do this so that we could be done. All right, so I'm going to ladle some of the mixture into different bowls. I'll do like 2 scoops, 2 ladles. And that way I can add different colors so that you have options. I know you can't see me right now moving it into the different bowls, but I am. Oh, you know what? I'll leave the last one in this bowl. Okay. So now that is done, and I have the bowls. So now we are going to add some pink. So bright and pretty. Cannot wait to see how this comes out. Oh my God, my sister is the best. This looks great. Actually, I was wondering how you guys are celebrating your April birthdays. I know that this is not the time to have birthday parties, but my niece, Lily, her birthday was on Sunday, and we actually planned a whole birthday car parade. Her friends came, our family came, we made posters. I think it's a birthday she's not going to forget anytime soon. And we all were socially distant, but still got to see each other, which I think is very important during this time. If you're separated from your, from your extended family, to be able to see them. Also, the other night, on Friday night, which I think we're going to start making it like a routine, weekly thing we did with my husband's family. We went on Juke TV? That's not what it's called.
Oh, I know. Google Meet?
No, the TV show, the game that we played.
Oh, Jackbox.
Oh, we went on Jackbox and we played games, and that was a lot of fun. And you got to see each other virtually, so it was fun times. Okay, so now here is my pink, which looks absolutely gorgeous and bright. Now I'm going to switch to turquoise, and it's nice because like you want your puffy paint. It's going to be outside for everyone to see when they're going for their walks. You want it to be bright and beautiful. So this is great to use, you know, fun colors. But again, friends, if you don't have other colors, it's not a big deal because your art is what is going to make it special. Doesn't matter what color it is. However, this turquoise is stunning. I'm very excited to try this out. And if I do end up venturing outside to my driveway and trying this out, I will definitely post pictures on our Facebook so that you guys can see. And finally, so this is the turquoise. And lastly, the orange. It's a beautiful, bright orange. I need to get another. And you see, oh, it's like so bright and beautiful and sunny and springy. So if you are going to put these in your bottles, I do suggest that you get a grown-up's help. The mouth of it is pretty wide, but you might want to use, if you have a, what is that thing called, Adam? That you put on top of this and then...
Oh, a little funnel or something?
Yeah,
like that?
a funnel. If you have a funnel, you can put it on there. Otherwise, just be careful. Spoon it in. You can use a ladle. Just, you know, don't make a mess. Again, it dyed my finger just a little bit, but that's because I wasn't paying attention. And then go ahead and paint. Make beautiful things for all of our first responders, for all of our hardworking nurses, our doctors. You know, my cousins are doctors and nurses. I'm super proud of them for keeping everybody safe, for our police, ambulance, the mail, everyone delivering our packages. There are so many. And our teachers. Most of my friends, my close friends and family are teachers, and they're awesome. They're doing this. They're going above and beyond. They're trying new things to make sure that everybody is learning and still feeling safe. So remember that we are all in this together. It's not going to be forever. But while we're here, let's make the most of it and do something fun. Next week, we are going to make watercolor paint. So make sure you have an ice cube tray. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the following week, I want to make Play-Doh. I'm going to post this, but if you guys are placing an order for your food delivery, try to get some cream of tartar, because we do need that for the Play-Doh. I did try making it without it, and it was gross. So that's why we're not doing that next week. We're doing it the following week, so you have time to go and get that extra ingredient. All right, friends, this was a crazy episode of Crafternoon Live with Miss Jen, but we did it, and now we have 4 beautiful colors of paint. See you next week. Happy Easter, happy Passover. Bye, guys.